Hey, so I'm having brunch right now with Samryebread, but I'm not eating rye bread, so stay tuned. We're at the Dutch. So who are you?
I'm Samryebread. My last name is Rosen.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
And what did we just order?
We just ordered some fucking sweet buttermilk waffles and a savory Dutch.
Hey, fuck it. So this is our first Dutch waffle ever. It's called the sweet Dutch waffle. And this is the savory. What is this?
The savory Dutch. Something Dutch.
We totally forgot what it is.
It's like they make it in a...
It's basically a skillet. Are you ready to nom?
I'm ready.
Sick. So, due to reasons outside of our control, we're going to continue this vlog elsewhere. Stay tuned. So we're walking down the street, finding a place to talk and do our vlog.
Sure, feelings.
So we moved to Grindcore house because Dutch basically kicked us out, as you saw on that sign. And let's get it. So Sam, what do you think of the good old pancakes? Wait, we did not eat pancakes. We had waffles.
I thought they were great.
Okay.
They were like exactly what I wanted in a waffle. I just wanted to be full of excessively sweet maple syrup and mysterious fruit. And
It was strawberry.
there was also rhubarb.
Yeah, gotta love rhubarb. Rhubarb's one of those fruits where it's actually good for you.
Oh, really?
Yeah, apparently has a lot of fiber in it, but it's also one of those things where no one's saying you need some rhubarb in your life.
When I lived in Iowa, it was a whole thing because there was a lot of rhubarb growing in people's lawns and stuff.
Really?
But there was this lady who actually stole from our yard as well. And she was known as the rhubarb lady because she got caught on camera going into people's yards and stealing their rhubarb. And it became became known nationally for a brief moment in time. Grinnell, Iowa, rhubarb lady. Look out.
Holy fucking shit. Well, back to waffles.
Yeah, they were good. Oh, wait.
I'll just cut that out. So back to waffles. It's still recording, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, they made me feel like I needed a really good nap afterwards,
True.
which is ideal.
What I like about waffles, it's like playing a game because you can fill each bowl with syrup and bam, it's like accomplishments, you know.
And they were nice size
Perfect fluff.
pockets, you know.
Yeah.
Got the fluff.
And what did you think of the skillet, bag skillet?
I kind of wish I ate that first.
Agreed. Savor before sweets.
And also because it just didn't have that much flavor in
True.
comparison to the waffles, so
True.
it was still interesting. It was creamy, and the ham on it was really good.
True.
But it just didn't taste like that.
True. That's very real. I completely agree with that.
Yeah. The coffee was also good.
Yeah, I feel so awake. When I drive to DC, life is going to be lit. It's going to be very lit.
It's gonna be
I'm going to be playing my 2 Chainz and skirt, skirt.
yeah.
I'm not going to be playing 2 Chainz. Well, maybe. So, tell me about you as a musician. What do you do in your music life?
Well, I have a bit of music ADD, so I do a lot of stuff.
Tell me about how you focus on what those things you do.
Well, my constant focus and goal is engineering because I like working with a lot of different people and I kind of shaping their sound. But so I more do that on the pop hip hop route, but I do everything. And then I've written songs for a long time.
When did you start writing music?
When I was in 9th grade.
In 9th grade?
So what, how old was that? Like 16?
Most people are 14 at 9th grade.
14? Yeah. It's like 12 years.
Shit.
And I used to write a lot of folk and blues stuff, but now I'm writing like some pop, and then I also have a project, Samryebread. We're doing like indie pop stuff.
True.
But it gets a little funkier.
Hashtag see them on February 8th.
Great broom.
Yeah. So why the name Samryebread? Like why rye bread?
There's literally no reason.
Okay.
Like,
do you like rye bread?
I do, but it's unrelated.
True.
The reason why it is that is because when I was in college, I think I was making an Instagram for the first time.
Right.
And I was standing outside the dining hall with someone who like I was kind of friends with. And we were trying to make up names, and he just was like, how about Samryebread? For absolutely no reason. And I was like, okay, I'm done thinking about that.
I like that a lot more than my story. I mean, this isn't about me, but like mine started in college, A Day Without Love, and some shit went down, and that's how that happened, you know?
Oh, you
like,
had a day without love.
Well, I didn't have a day without love. The people I saw had a day without love. I'll just tell the story, it's quick.
Okay.
I saw a domestic abuse incident happen, like outside of my dorm, and I stopped it, and like I was writing this poetry book called 365 of Being Alive. And like that's where I came up with A Day Without Love, because like I ended up hearing both their stories. There was just like a lot of pain, and that's when I started writing about like rising above adversity. So it's like a lot of people think like my music's all sad, and it's like really I'm trying to make it motivating. So I feel that.
Yeah, I was just thinking about like how I feel about just really sad music. Like I feel like there's a lot of people who write about like their mental health struggles and just whatever struggle they're going through. And I'm wondering at what point is it like, okay, I'm just expressing what I'm going through, and at what point are you kind of like indulging a little bit? You know what I mean? Like romanticizing and not really creating anything productive from it.
I completely agree with you on that, because like there is a certain catharticism to songwriting, you know, or even just playing your instrument. And I think it gets to that point when every album's about the same thing. When you have a discography where there's no growth, lyrically or sonically, that's when it's what you say. It's just you putting it out there, and you're not really doing anything for anyone. Because I think like when it comes to music, like regardless of what side you're in, you're serving. Like it sounds weird, like I'm serving, like what is this? No waiter, but like you're serving, like you're creating something for not just yourself to relate to, but for other people to relate to too. So I mean, I know for myself when it comes to like mental health and music, except for like a few angles that aren't depression related, like I want to write about anxiety. I have a song about anxiety, but like delve into that more. Or I want to write about believing in yourself. You know what I'm saying? Versus like, say 6 records ago, I didn't believe in myself. So I think there's growth. Whereas like if I wrote 13 releases, or if we wrote Going together, and like Going was about like, this is about being homeless, and I wrote about being homeless in 2013. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like you just can't write the same thing again and again. Because the wheel is broken.
Yeah.
Why'd you make that face?
I don't know, that's just my face.
What do you like to write about? What does Samryebread write about? Or what are you writing about now?
Well, I guess something that's been consistent for me through time is I like to write about things that on the surface people typically write about. But then it's not really about that.
So are you a metaphor person? Your metaphors?
Not a metaphor, just like, well, I guess they are metaphors, yes. Metaphors or like, maybe it's just about a more complex, like, everyday human emotion.
True.
Rather than this, like, some big idea of love or something like that.
True.
I don't know, just kind of like finding ways to amuse myself by twisting things a little bit.
I feel that. So, what do you enjoy most about the songwriting / playing process when you're playing on live?
For playing live?
Yeah. Like either or. Like we've already talked about songwriting. What about playing live?
I like that when playing live, it can be a song that you've like played a million times, like to the point where if you're playing it in your room, you're kind of like, okay, I know how this next part goes, and you kind of get bored of it.
True.
But when you're playing it live, you're just not really in your head like that.
True.
And it kind of brings new life.
That's real.
To the song.
It's like a switch turns on. Mm-hmm. Definitely feel that. And then from like the producing perspective, like, what are some struggles that you go through sometimes? Or you never go through struggles?
With my own music or with other people's?
Let's talk about you for now.
Okay. Honestly, the only struggle I go through with producing my own music is that, like, sometimes it's just, like, not happening for me with the song. But that usually means that the song's not that good and I should just move on with my life.
True.
So I do.
True. And, like, how did you start, like, what came first, like, the producing or the songwriting?
Songwriting.
Gotcha. And when did you decide, like, yeah, it's time to be a producer?
When I started working at Milk Boy.
So was it kind of like, I think I'm just going to work at Milk Boy, or was it like, I have a dream, I have a goal?
I knew I wanted to sound engineer since like my second year in college.
Okay. But you majored in Spanish?
Yes.
Gotcha. I'm telling the people what you did because I already know you.
I'm dumb.
You're not dumb. Don't say that about yourself.
Language is important though.
I feel that. Could we expect any Spanish songwriting? Are you going to be doing that?
No, I won't. I definitely will not. That would be terrible.
I think people get judgmental about that. They're like, who does she think she is? Cuckoo?
Yeah. And truthfully, like even people who have been speaking it for like years and like have Spanish in their family, like they could write a song in Spanish and it could still sound like stupid.
Very true.
So I'm definitely not gonna do it.
Yeah, I definitely feel that. So you just knew, and then like they accepted you, and then like you're a producer now.
Well, I just spent as much time as possible around people who are really good at what they do.
True.
And I realized, wow, my music is like really far from where it needs to be.
True. And where do you want it to be?
Now it's like, now I feel less so like totally out of it and more so like I just want to continue to push it and
keep hustling, keep grinding. Gotcha.
Because I just want to like constantly be like up to date where with music is, but I also want to be able to create stuff that like is
like different.
Yeah, different and like true to me.
I feel that. I definitely feel that. So what is Samryebread working on now? Like, we released a single, and like that's like a group effort. Like, I guess you could call it a day without bread. And I mean, do you think it was successful? Like, I think it was successful. Like, we're almost at 3,000 like streams on Spotify.
Yeah.
And like all we did was like submit it to like playlists and shit, and people like it.
Cool.
So like, do you think what's next? And then we have a music video. Don't tell them.
We already did.
Already did.
We have a music video coming.
That coming up. We should probably talk about how we met. How did we meet?
I was running sound at Milk Boy,
Mm-hmm.
and you were playing a show, and then we never thought anything of it for like a year.
Yeah.
And then posted on Philly DIY, I think.
Yeah.
That you were looking for people to collaborate with. And I was like, I write music. And you were like, well, I'm obligated to agree to write music with you because you ran sound for me.
Way to make it sound like that. Damn. Oh, so back what I really wanted to ask. Sorry for that tangent, people that are listening. So, can we expect a single, an EP from you? Or are you just going to be playing shows and then like working from there?
Well, basically, Samryebread recently became like a full band. So we're kind of like back to the drawing board a little bit, but we already have like 12 songs.
Okay, so you have like a full length worth of material to work on.
Yeah, we just wanna. Yeah, it's gonna be a little while till we wanna put out something.
I understand that. I mean, you never want to be fast about that shit.
Yeah.
Because, like, one, music's hard because you don't know. Like, it's a weird game. It's like, do I do what everyone else is doing? Or do I do what I'm doing? And I just know everyone's going to care. But, like, you could also do that and no one cares because you look like an idiot.
Yeah.
So it's like, I hope no one heard that burp. So,
like, call yourself out.
Yeah, I mean, you have to keep it honest, right? This is the Keep It an Honest podcast. No, it's not. So it's like, how do you embrace being yourself, like as a musician, like as you're getting started, or even as a producer, either way? Because like,
it's really hard.
Yeah.
I feel like you have to constantly just keep yourself in check
True.
and like remember why you're doing it.
True.
Yeah.
And like, do you ever see that, like, now that you have a band, like other people are putting their ideas into like your baby? Because at first it was always you, and now you have people involved. So is it like the same thing?
I think that's a little easier for me because like it's not like people I was randomly put together with. It's like people I sought out working with because I could see like where my music could go with them.
Understandable.
Yeah.
I feel that. And then like as a producer, like this is where we're transitioning to the next producer stuff. Like what is that like? Because like I think thinking as if I'm not a musician, I think a lot of people like don't understand what does a producer do. So like what do you do as a producer? Because a lot of people expect so many different things out of you.
Well, I'm not a producer in like the sense of like making beats.
True.
Like that. For me, it's more about like ushering in a project and like and making sure it gets finished, making sure all of this. I mean, it's so tied into engineering at this point. Mm-hmm. Like making sure all the sounds are right.
True.
Making sure the performances are right.
True.
Yeah.
And what do people usually like? Do you ever like help artists match their expectations? Like, do you ever like have artists expect too much or not enough from you, or of themselves? Like, do you ever feel like that?
Yes, but I try to like just make whatever they want happen somehow.
True.
For me, the bigger struggle is when people don't express their expectations.
True.
And then you've like already recorded everything and they're like, oh, this was supposed to sound like this.
And that's definitely frustrating. I should have laughed. That's the biggest epic fail ever.
But it's fine.
Yeah.
You make it work.
Gotcha.
Whatever, you know what? You just gotta make it work.
That's true. So is that like your advice for the people trying to be like, whether they're a musician or a producer, or it's like you just gotta make it work?
Yeah. Gotcha. Especially because like starting off, you go through this long phase where like you're working with people who don't really have a budget.
True.
You don't really have a budget because you're not really making money.
True.
And money's kind of a big thing with recording.
Yeah.
So you really just have to like...
And you're recording mostly analog, or are you digital, or both?
Both.
Gotcha. So which do you prefer?
Honestly, like, I would go all digital and be totally fine with it.
I feel that. Alright, I'm gonna ask.
I'm not against analog, it's just like my personal flow.
I feel that. So I'm gonna ask you 3 to 4 last questions and we're gonna wrap it up.
Thank God.
Damn. Is this the worst experience ever? Alright, first question. What is your dream place to play locally?
Dream place to play locally?
Like I don't even, it's not about bands, it's more like if you had to have the perfect gig, where would you play in Philly?
Well, I like small venues, so maybe Johnny Brenda's.
Okay, I can dig it.
But
the
man has a very special place in my heart, which is the opposite of small.
True.
But that place is beautiful.
Right? Exactly. Alright, second question. Who's an artist you look up to?
One artist I look up to.
You could say more than one.
This one feels like kind of too easy, but I do look up to Amy a lot.
You know, it's funny. I know who you're talking about, and all you had to say was her first name.
Yeah, I know, exactly.
Yeah, she's the shit. She's definitely the shit.
And like, she's someone who just, I look up to people who can like just be total music nerds, and it shows.
True.
But it's still like easy on the ears to people who aren't music nerds.
Mm-hmm.
And to people who clearly like have their hand in every part of the process and like have total control over what they're doing.
True. That's real. It's very real.
And who just write great music.
It's like
and who has a really cool voice.
Yeah, it's the perfect trifecta.
Yeah.
When we die, we'll see Amy again. That got so dark. Damn.
Okay, we all die.
Yeah. So if you had the ability, not to tour, but just to play anywhere in the world, where would you play?
I don't know. Maybe like some really random small town where the entire town's there and everyone knows each other and they're like, hey, Bobby!
Okay. Play the town, skip the city. Plenty of those exist.
Yeah.
It's very funny. I played a gig once where the guy that booked the show was named Bobby.
I knew it.
Yeah.
There's always a Bobby in this town.
In northern upstate New York. What's your biggest fear? That's the last one.
Being married.
Fuck! No!
My biggest, like, career fear?
Yeah, let's keep it to that. Because don't say something like spiders.
I guess getting comfortable.
Word. So you believe in the grind?
The grind is real.
You gotta build up those custies.
Yeah.
Stay in your lane. Don't trust no haters. Swipe left on all haters. What are we even talking about?
I don't know. But
Do we sound like are we talking trap talk right now?
You are.
So, we're wrapping this up. What are some last remarks? Do you have any questions for me?
What's your favorite flavor of kombucha?
I'm gonna say grape.
Interesting.
Yeah, I'm a grape guy.
That's all I've ever wondered about you.
Damn. Nothing else.
ask me questions?
If you want. You don't have to. We could just end this and then just keep hanging out. All right, let's do that. Thanks for talking to me, Sam.
Thanks, Brian.
Peace, peace. Comment, like, subscribe. I will put all of Sam's links in the description below. Ciao. So that's it for the day.
Yep.
Comment, like, and subscribe. And yeah, check out Samryebread. Listen to our song Going. And
On all platforms.
and like the rap song says, rep this set for claiming neutral. I'm going to say it that proper because it makes you laugh. All right, I'm going to turn on the car.
Bye.
Don't vlog and drive.